And for me, for me, I was always wondering what my purpose was going to be 10, 20 years from now. 10 or 20 years from now. I didn't know. I was 19 years old and I was sitting at home doing nothing. And I was wondering what I was going to do, And if I didn't know what I was going to do at that moment, I sure as hell had to figure out what it was that I was going to do. Because I can't be sitting here and not knowing what I'm going to do if I'm not doing something about it. So it's tough for everybody, like there are certain things that in our life that we question and we ask, why is this happening to us? But you know what? There's nothing wrong in questioning. You're never going to get an answer. The only answer you're going to get to that question is if you do it and then figure out one day at some point in your life, 10, 20 years from now, you'll have the answer. And I think that is the only time you will ever know the answer to the question that you always ask, or anyone asks. All of us asks the question, what is my purpose? That is why, if you look at a lot of people, especially our age, between the age of 19, after high school, 19 to 29, you get your friends have, is suicidal, because of low self-esteem, because they don't know what they're going to do, they're struggling, and you get people out there. I remember there was a friend of mine who committed suicide because, and it's the truth, it's the reality, there's nothing you can do about it. It happens because they are sitting at home day in, day out, not knowing what they're going to do, where they're going to be one day in their life, and without having the assurance of the knowing where they're going to be, not knowing it, what do you do? And at the end of the day, you just have to believe. It's a perfect example. You get a lot of people out there that is very religious, very spiritual, very, out there, but they struggle more than you and I. And that's true. I'm not saying that everybody struggles the same. Everybody struggles differently, and everybody has different purposes in their life. But for someone that goes to the mosque every single day and prays every single day in the mosque, or goes to church every single day and goes and prays every Sunday or every Monday whenever you guys go to church, and to still have that same struggle, that is where the question comes in: why hasn't my life yet began where I wanted it to begin? Because in the end, what's going to happen if nothing works out? What's going to happen if I'm still going to be stuck in the same position 10 or 20 years from now? What then? And that is why we question. Why are certain things happening and why are certain things not happening? Then you tend to wonder, and then you tend to understand, maybe